Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 16th, and I saw something that was sent to me by one of my good colleagues about this gentleman, Michael Caputo, who seems to have gone totally off the wall, claiming all kinds of insurgencies and left-wing attacks and a wide variety of other things that he put on his Facebook page with an 18-minute video, which he has subsequently taken down. And I bring up his name because he is a political appointee with no real experience in the healthcare world, and yet he was in charge of putting out and controlling the information that's disseminated to the public and to doctors and to drug companies and to all kinds of medical officials. And he has no scientific background, no medical background. But he was installed in April as Health and Human Services Department's new spokesperson. The result of this has been substantial efforts to align the reports with President Trump's statements, including the president's claims that fears of the outbreak are overstated, or stop reports altogether. I mean, they would like to stop the CDC from sending out any reports, but they can't stop the reports. So Caputo and his team have attempted to add caveats to the CDC findings, including an effort to retroactively change the agency reports that they said wrongly inflated the risks of COVID-19, and it should be made clear that Americans sickened by the virus may have been infected because of their own behavior. Yes, they probably were infected because of their own behavior, because the president and his troops don't wear masks and encourage people not to wear masks and go out and have rallies and fill the auditorium with people without wearing masks. And then they're saying that the people are doing this because of their own behavior. Well, who is setting an example for this behavior? He is one example of their idiotic behavior. Caputo's team tried to halt the release of some CDC reports, including delaying a report that addressed how doctors were prescribing hydroxychloroquine, the malaria drug that was favored by Trump as a coronavirus treatment, even though there was very little evidence that this was a possible treatment. The report was held for about a month after Caputo's team raised questions about its author's political leanings. Now, the CDC is an apolitical organization. They are not political in any way, shape, or form, nor should they be. Their job is science, not politics. Their job is the health of the country, not who's running for president, not who's the boss. They're giving you scientific results, and these assholes are screwing around with the system. Anyhow, the report finally got released with a little notation that said the potential benefits of these drugs do not outweigh their risk. That's probably a watered down something where they probably really said, don't take this stuff. Another thing that Caputo did, he sent out an email accusing the CDC scientists of attempting to hurt the president. Probably because they wanted to tell the truth. Then there's another political appointee, Paul Alexander, who keeps claiming Redfield and his team are trying to act as hitmen against the presidents. And they wanted them to revise two already published reports that Alexander claimed wrongly inflated the risks of coronavirus to children and undermined Trump's push to reopen schools. So these guys are being openly political to protect the president and accusing everybody else of trying to defeat the president or damage his reputation. I think it's extremely hard for anybody to damage Trump's reputation beyond what he's already done to his reputation. Anyhow, this guy Alexander also called upon Redfield to halt all future reports until the agency modified its forever years-old production process so he, Alexander, could personally review the entire report prior to publication. Now, Alexander, who's an assistant professor of health research at McMaster University near Toronto, and Caputo hired him to be his scientific advisor because Caputo doesn't know jack shit about science, added that the CDC needed to allow him to make line edit and demanded an immediate stop to all reports in the meantime. Now, Alexander says the reports must be read by someone outside the CDC, like me. We cannot allow the reporting to go on as it has been, for it's outrageous. It's lunacy. That's what he's declaring. It'll be lunacy to let these guys touch those reports. We can't have political hacks interfering with science and other various institutions that have been in this country for years without any political interference. This is a dangerous precedent. Let people do their jobs. Let the chips fall where they may. The American people deserve to know the truth, not some watered-down version that won't upset them and won't cause them to panic like the American people have ever panicked before. We don't panic. We fight. We are a resilient nation. All we need from people is the truth, and the American people will take care of it. So, and here's something I want you to think about. Are the New York Mets worth $2.4 billion? That's all I want to say today. And I'll see you in the morning. Bye.